Hey guys, it's Mike here. Welcome to AutoVlog. In today's video, as I'm sure that you could tell by the title of the video, is about the 2017 Ford Fusion Sport and why I'm not getting it. If you've been following the channel for a little while here, you will know that I have a 2015 Ford Fusion Titanium myself that I do love. But there's been one car that I've been waiting for to hit the market ever since Ford announced that they're making another one of them, and that is the 2017 Ford Fusion Sport. A lot of you guys have been waiting for that car as well, and you've been asking me constantly, when are you going to review the car? Are you getting one? And that kind of thing. Because I did say about 5 months ago that I was really looking at getting one whenever it came out. So the time is here, it is out, and I'm sure that you've seen already. I did several videos of this new Fusion Sport. I did a full review of it. We did a POV video and some performance videos as well, 0 to 60, 0 to 100 miles an hour videos, and that kind of thing. And you guys seem to have liked them a lot, so I really appreciate that. However, when I reviewed the car, for those of you who have seen it, I had expectations of the car, preconceived notions, as I said in the video, and that was a bit of a letdown. I wanted it to be more than I thought it was going to be, and it was pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be. Mainly how it was going to sound and the way it was going to feel. I compared the car to a Ford Taurus show. I figured, the Taurus weighs a little more. The Fusion, is a mid-size sedan. Taurus is a full-size sedan. The Taurus has more power, and that is a great car. It is really fast for the amount of power that it has and how much it weighs. So I figured the Fusion Sport is probably going to feel pretty much the same as the Taurus show. And it kind of did. I would say it's probably a little slower. And that, I don't know, I was a little disappointed that it didn't feel quicker. Now, the car is quick. I'm not knocking it or anything like that. The car is great. I do really, really like the car. But what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that I'm not in love with it. It's not good enough, basically. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, that's just to be blunt. It's not really everything that I want. And that doesn't mean that I don't like it or it's not a good car. Because, I love my current Ford Fusion, and that is a lesser car than the Fusion Sport. I guess I just, thought it was going to be better, or I was hoping that it was going to be better than it was. So that's one reason why I'm not getting the car. The second reason is a Ford Fusion isn't worth shit, to be blunt again. And what I'm saying is, if you bought a new one recently, like I did, say, I've had mine for a little over a year and a half. So if you bought a brand new Fusion like I did, your car has probably dropped in value if you have an average amount of miles put on the car with, it's probably dropped around between $10,000 and $15,000 in 1 year. It can drop. You can find 2016 Ford Fusions on the used car market now that are up to $15,000 off the sticker price that it cost the year prior, which is just, most cars, obviously, they drop like stones when you drive them off the lot, but the Ford Fusion, it really, it isn't worth much, which I guess makes it a great used car deal because you get a really good deal. And it's not that they're not worth anything because they're bad cars, they're great cars. I would have to say the Ford Fusion is the best driver's car in the midsize sedan segment if you look at the price range that it's in. If you compare to the Nissan's Altima and Maxima, the Kia Optima, the Hyundai Sonata, Honda Accord and whatnot, it's the best looking car in my opinion, and it's definitely the best driver's car, just like BMW is in the premium segment. There's a lot of great cars there as well, like Audis and Mercedes and BMW, Jaguars and all those, and I love them all. But BMW has always had that slight edge when it comes to being a driver's car out of that segment. There's a few reasons why the Ford Fusion drops a lot in value if you just bought a new one. Obviously it's a popular car, it's all over the place. But then also Ford keeps selling these cars, I guess you'd call it, to all these rental companies. So the car is all over the place. And what that does is that it just plummets on the market because there's too many of them. They're saturated. So why are they going to be worth tons of money? Because you can find them all over the place. That's how it is. And again, it doesn't mean that it's a bad car. It's just that it's all over the place. So if you, like me, bought a new one, you know, less than 5 years ago, I mean, you're going to be in a financial position where the car is just, it's not worth as much as you would like. And that's how it is for me. And so basically what I'm saying is, if I were to trade this car in, I would be paying more than I'm willing to pay for a Ford Fusion Sport. It's not that I can't do it, I can, but I'm not willing to pay it for that car. I might be willing to do it for another car, but not for that car. So that is just the, you know, the straight truth of why I'm not getting the 2017 Ford Fusion Sport. One is that my car isn't worth jack shit. Two, the Ford Fusion Sport is a great car, but it's not, and I can't really find where it's just not exactly what I want. And I guess I thought it would be better. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the car is pretty much exactly what I expected it to be. I was hoping and wanting it to be more, but it just isn't for me. That doesn't mean that it can't be for you, but for me, it's not exactly what I want. If it was a year down the road, then maybe, I mean, I don't know. And also, when I was driving the car, it didn't feel as fast as I, you know, wanted it to be. There was, I don't know, certain RPMs, it's kind of like it was lagging a little bit between, like, right after 3,000 or 4,000 RPM. And I don't know, something just didn't seem right with the car. It might have just been that car that I was driving. I don't know. But I don't know, it's something that I can't really explain. It just doesn't feel like 325 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque with all-wheel drive. If you look in the comment section of my Ford Fusion videos, you will see a lot of people saying that, yeah, many of the EcoBoost engines, they need broken in before they start, you know, performing at its peak. And that might be true, but in my experience, and I sell Fords on a daily basis, if you drive a brand new F-150, you drive a Taurus Show, and even my car, when I picked up my car brand new, I mean, I can't say that there's a difference in performance from day one to what it is now, or just day one to, let's say, like a month later after I'd put 1,000 miles on the car. So I don't know, you know, if that's true or not, but from my experience, it's not. I mean, the car performs the way it's supposed to perform, whether it's brand new or whether it has 10,000 miles on it. So, I mean, I did a 0 to 60 test and it was 5.6 seconds. I, you know, thought it was going to be around like 5. And I think that you can probably get it down a little, you know, lower. But, you know, I've done a couple runs now and I can't seem to get quicker than 5.6. So it's a slight disappointment in just the performance of the car. Again, I think it looks great, especially the front fascia of the new Fusions. It feels great. It's a great driver's car. Handles excellent. But just, I don't know, if I'm gonna trade my car in and get a new one, it won't be the 2017 Ford Fusion Sport, because it's not, it just isn't enough. And that's just being honest. That's me. So enough about that. What other cars am I looking at getting? There's a couple cars that I'm, you know, throwing around in my head that I've, you know, been wanting. And one thing is, I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We get bad winters and everything is upside down, or not upside down, it's up and down in Pittsburgh. So I want all-wheel drive. If that wasn't the case, that I was living in the place that I'm living, I'd definitely be looking at getting something more, you know, sportier, maybe like a Mustang or something like that that has rear-wheel drive. But in this place in my life, I can't do that currently. So I want something that's all-wheel drive. And one car that I've been looking at that's actually not far away from the Fusion at all is its luxury cousin, the Lincoln MKZ. Now you might be thinking, well, that is a Ford Fusion. I mean, how is that better financially? And it probably isn't, but if I were to do something, I would rather spend money on the brand new Lincoln MKZ with the 3-liter V6 twin turbo engine that they're coming out with. It's going to have 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque, which would pretty much, blow the Fusion Sport out of the park. So that is one car that I've been considering. The Lincoln MKZ is same platform as the Ford Fusion, but I think it looks better. It has a better interior, and now it has the big power plant in the 3-liter V6 twin turbo with 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. Now the Lincoln MKZ is also available in a front-wheel drive version for those of you who like that. Then the power goes down to 350 horsepower, unlike the Ford Fusion that is only available in all-wheel drive. Now there's other brands that I have been looking at as well, but that's more in a thinking stage. I'm not going to say that I'm shopping for this and that if I'm really not yet. But there might be certain brands that I'm looking at that's away from the Ford family. So my next car might be something other than a Ford. We're always going to have a Ford F-150, the second vehicle that we have here in the family. Because we want a truck, and the Ford is by far the best truck that I've ever had. So definitely be sticking to that, but on the car end of things, it might change drastically. So this video was basically just to clarify why I'm not getting the Ford Fusion Sport. A lot of you guys have been asking me, when are you getting it, are you getting it, and so on. So I didn't want to leave people hanging and just wondering, what's going on here in my car situation and everything. I'm gonna keep my Ford Fusion Titanium for a little longer. I don't know how long that'll be. It might be, 6 months, it might be a year longer, but for now I'm gonna keep it because I do really like the car. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it drives well, it handles well. I still think it looks really good, so I'm definitely gonna keep it for a little while here. And but in the future, I definitely want to get something exciting, something fun and also luxurious, because it is a daily driver for me. I want all the convenience features. I want heated, cooled seats, heated steering wheels for the winter time, but I also want, power, because I do like, feeling excited when I drive the car that I own. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video here, and I hope that I answered some questions for you guys as well. And I also want to say this, we recently hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel, and I just want to say that I'm very grateful for everyone that always sticks around and watches every video that I make here on a weekly basis. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. In the beginning, when I started the channel, I didn't really think that it was going to grow this much, because it was more of a ho-hum thing where I started, filming cars just on a very amateur level, and maybe did one every month and that kind of thing. And then the channel started growing, and now I really like what I'm doing. And when I get positive feedback, it just makes me want to make better videos for you guys as well. Even when I get bad comments and feedback and stuff, it makes me up my game. So thank you to everyone that's watching this video, and to everyone that is subscribed to the channel. And if you haven't already subscribed and this is your first time visiting the channel, please browse it, see if you like it. If you do, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.